Hello to you, I am ASMR Weetal, and today I will be doing a soft-spoken video where I will be talking about Norway's Constitution Day, because 17th of May is the Norwegian National Day or Constitution Day. So to all Norwegians on this day, congratulations. Happy National Birthday. And I hope you have a day full of celebration and joy. I'll be spending the day with my family. So in this video I will be talking a little about Norway's Constitution Day, the 17th of May. And I will be doing some brushing as well, actually. I have 2 brushes. I'll just be adding some brushing to the video. So yeah, so if you do enjoy my content, remember to click that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also, if you, preferably after you have watched this video, if you need a good friend roleplay because you are lonely, you can check the description. And I will also add that because there was a request for this just recently in the comments. If you need a video in Norwegian, because today I'm doing a video focused on Norway again, if you need a video in Norwegian where you want me to do ASMR in Norwegian, I actually have already done that video a few weeks ago, so I put a link to it in the description, so you can find it easier. Anyway, so I hope that helps. Yeah. So now it's Constitution Day, so as I said, Happy National Day to all Norwegians. The 17th of May is a very special date in Norway because it's a holiday and a day for celebration. You know, like for example the 4th of July in the US or the 14th of July in France. But 17th of May is our national day, not the Norwegian national day. That's why I have Norwegian flags behind me. I also have Non-Stop and Norwegian milk chocolate. And both are Norwegian products. And I have the book 1814, The Year of Miracles. And these all relate to the 17th of May. So yeah. So I'll be just saying this. Happy 17th of May. And let's just begin, shall we? Yeah. So I'll begin with why this is important. This book. Why is this important? This book is... So this book is called... This book is called for 1814. And it's called The Year of Miracles. And you can see here there are lots of pages and stuff. Various pages. I really like the pages of this book because they're really soft and nice. You know, some books have pages which aren't that soft, but this book seems to have like this neat, soft types of pages. I think I just found something important here. Yeah. Yeah. So here you actually have the French Declaration of citizens' rights, even, and the reason why this all relates is because the events of the French Revolution and the Napoleonic Wars paved the way for Norway to become more of an independent country with its own constitution and stuff like that. So in 1814 things changed for Norway. We have been under a Danish rule, more or less, for 4 centuries, ever since the 14th century. The Danes sort of forced Norway into a union because Norway was devastated after the Black Death in the 14th century. Like half the country had been wiped out. I'm not kidding. They were empty houses and huts everywhere. But when, of course, over the coming 4 centuries, Norway rebuilt, and when the events of the Napoleonic Wars and the French Revolution came, and this ended up helping the cause of Norwegian independence. Because a lot of the Norwegian constitution were inspired by the French Bill of Rights, or Rights of the Citizens Bill in France, which was formed during the French Revolution. And what happened was that Norway was in an Norway was in a forced union with Denmark, in which Denmark were centrally in charge, and because Denmark were on the side of Napoleon, Norway was forced into a war in the 19th century with Britain and the nations opposing Napoleon. As you all know, Napoleon lost the war, and Denmark had to give up Norway to Sweden in 1840. However, there were Norwegians, some of them very high ranking, a lot of them very high ranking, who seized on the opportunity to create an independent Norwegian constitution and try to form Norway as a fully independent country. And the constitution was formed and signed, at least officially, on the 17th of May, 1814, was forming the foundations for our national day, as it would become. However, Sweden didn't, Norway even actually announced its own king in 1814. However, and so this was a year of miracles, because Norway could now finally seize the moment and just get free of Denmark's grips because of all the events, Just to be clear, we are very friendly with Denmark today, so there's no grudges or anything like that. We don't hold centuries-old grudges. Denmark is a great country. This is old history, just to be clear. But now we are 2 centuries ago. Remember that. But what happened was that Sweden didn't exactly accept that Norway should have its own king and independence, because Sweden had been promised Norway as one of the winners of the Napoleonic Wars. Sweden had been promised to get Norway. So what Sweden did was that they actually launched later that year an invasion to get to the place where to get to the place where the constitution to the area where the constitution was signed, and although Norway fought, and there was a short war around these areas of Norway, in which the areas in which the constitution was signed. Sweden more or less won, but Norway entered a far freer union with Sweden and with Denmark. Sweden didn't rule as directly over Norway as Denmark had over Norway, but the Swedish king was still considered a king of both, or at least a representative king of both Norway and Sweden, and Norway got to keep their national day and the constitution, at least to an extent. It would take another century before Norway got their own king and full independence. But in 1905, the union with Sweden dissolved, and Norway became fully independent. And between 1814 and 1940, there was no wars in Norway, at least not as far as I'm aware. It wouldn't be before Germany invaded Norway in 1940, before war returned to Norway. Now, just to be clear, we are good friends with Sweden today too, so all of these things are in the past, but this is why 1814 is called a year of miracles, because we got to sign our own constitution. And just to be clear, this was the very, very simplified version of the events. I could go into a lot more depth about these events, because I read a lot about them, but I have to do it like a really, really simplified version of this, because otherwise this video will be super long. So I hope that sort of just helps. Now, Constitution has been, or National Day is also a very fun day, especially for children, because when you are a child in Norway from class 6 to 12 years old, but you can actually do this as 13, 14 or 15 years old too, I think, or I'm not sure exactly where the limit goes, but you get to go in a children's parade. You know, a lot of countries have military parades on their national parade, on their national day. We don't. We have a children's parade. And what happens is that children from schools all over Norway in various other areas will go in parades guided by teachers and school staffers with parents all over the country looking at the parade, and then we will wave the flag and we will sing national songs. I participated in this parade many years as a child, all the way until I was 13 years old. And so this is a really big deal in Norway. And of course, if you're a parent in Norway and you have children, you probably really want to go to the city and watch your children in the parade, because of course you do. Yeah, that's actually, if I ever get children one day, that's one of the things I will be looking forward to. Like, watching my sons or daughters, or sons and daughters, go in the parade. Yeah, and just wave the flags. It's a really happy day. And then afterwards, so this occurs in morning, early daytime. And then after the parade is done, there is ice cream, and then families sort of get together to eat like hot dogs or pizza or whatever they want. And then there's ice cream, and into dessert there is cakes and stuff like that. We can vary from family to family, of course. Tomorrow I will be spending time with family, and we'll have hot dogs. And then to dessert we'll have pavlova cake, which is a cake with cream and berries, and carrot cake, and something called mazarins, which is, mazarins is just a commercial project we've bought, but they're these sort of round, circular, small cakes. And then with, what is called in English, in Norwegian it's called some melis, but yeah, with, yeah, well, anyway, and then we've had, but there's something on top on these small muffins, so it's good. And then we'll also have some ice cream stuff. So yeah, very enjoyable, very enjoyable. I love to eat. A lot of Norwegians when they're in the city go to buy soft ice cream with strisel, strawberry strisel or chocolate strisel or whatever. It's really, so yeah, it's really an enjoyable day, and yeah, and some people go to Tivoli afterwards, or like amusement park stuff, yeah. But these are mostly families with children, of course. Families without children, or who doesn't have any current children in parade, might spend time at home and watch the parade on TV or something. It can vary. So, but it's really fond memories for me to have participated in the children parade when I was a child. I really have good memories from that. I actually, afterwards, there is all the children are assembled somewhere so that their parents can find them, but there's a huge crowd, so when I was 12 years old I got lost in the crowd, so my parents couldn't find me. My parents actually panicked for a while there, but then a teacher found me after like 20 or 25 minutes. Yeah, yeah, and this stuff can happen on Constitution Day. I suspect my parents aren't the only ones who have had like a panic on this day and haven't been able to find their children. This stuff can happen on a day like this, with so much crowds and stuff. But thankfully they found me again, of course. Yeah. I also want to just show you this, because I'm going to be putting this on the table tomorrow too. I will going to put in non-stop bacon crisp, which is like chips with bacon flavor, and milk chocolate tomorrow. So this is, or I guess considering the day this video is published, it will be today, I guess. This is filmed very close to the 17th of May, just so you're aware. Anyway, so here it stands non-stop. To share, it stands. That's the letters, to share. And you can see here, it's non-stop is from the Norway's dominant chocolate brand, Freya. And it makes really enjoyable wrapping something. And it's actually really nice to just shake it. You can see this. I'm not going to open it because I want to open it on the 17th of May when my family is assembled here. But you can see here how it looks like. You know, it's these small, really small pieces, and they're really enjoyable. There's chocolate in them, and it's really, and they're in some various colors. It's really enjoyable and easy to eat. Here you can see the Norwegian milk chocolate, the traditional Norwegian milk chocolate. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think we just put them there. So I hope that told you a little about what Norwegians are up to on Constitution Day. There is also a television live show all the way on Constitution Day from various parts of the country, including the Royal Guards March. We mightn't have a military parade, but we do have, seeing as we instead have a children parade, but we also have a royal march type of thing, you know. And this is the King's Royal Guard, which puts on a show each Constitution Day. And often the royal family will stand on the balcony and wave to the children parade in the capital and to people assembled there. So yeah. There is also something for young or for youths on Constitution Day. There is something called the Russ in Norway, and this is for people who are 18 years old and about to finish. I think the English term for it will be college, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a culture for 18 years old of celebration, in which they can take on red or blue pants depending on what kind of Russ they are, and these head garments or hats, if you wish. And they often have cards and stuff which they give out to people. And they also have their own parade on Constitution Day with buses and stuff. There is a party culture around them. So they will often party many nights until Constitution Day, and sometimes, and especially night to Constitution Day. There's of course alcohol and stuff involved in this, but they can also party afterwards. And a lot of Norwegian 18 years old go through this party culture when they're 18 years old. I did not, because I'm not so comfortable with stuff like that. You don't have to be a part of it if you don't want to, but most people probably choose to be a part of it. So seeing the Russ, or you know, these young people, 18 years old, dressed in red or blue pants and like red or blue sort type of hats are a completely common thing in Norway around this time. Yeah, so this is like, you know, this is what the 18 years old do around the time of Constitution Day. You know, they sort of celebrate before Constitution Day and before the exams. Anyway, I thought I'd just conclude this video with brushing. So I hope you just could find it a little relaxing to hear me talk about Norway on Constitution Day. I'm really looking forward to celebrating tomorrow. Or today, yeah. And to just be with family and eat hot dogs and cakes and non-stop milk chocolate and chips. Just and of course just watch the watch the television show of Constitution Day from various parts of the country. So yeah. And if I have a family myself one day, I will definitely again go to the city and watch the children parade. If I hope I get that one day, like, sons or daughters, or sons and daughters, which I can, and then focus, yeah, and when they become 6 years old and are old enough, they get to participate in the children's parade, and then I can watch them go in. But I think that would be fun. But anyway, I enjoy just spending time with my family. Yeah, on the 17th of May. So I hope you're relaxed. I hope you feel calm and good on the inside. I just want to sort of use this small brush to just sort of help you relax and feel calm. Now, to be honest, I don't expect this video to attract a great deal of interest, because my Norway videos is of course for the specially interested. But for those who are interested and would just find it nice to get some insight into Norwegian culture and history, even if it's simplified versions of it, I hope you appreciate it. Yeah, I hope you're relaxed and calm. Yeah, so I do this for the few who might have an interest in it, I hope you're relaxed, calm, and feel good. Light, blessed, and divine relaxation inside. Good, blessed, divine relaxation. Okay, then there's only one thing left to do, and that is wishing all Norwegians a happy celebration day. And yeah, I'm going to wave the Norwegian flag now. And I hope, and to all you people outside Norway, international people, I hope you have a great day as well. Thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed divine day.